Thanks for tuning in to Truth is Social Suicide. I'm Tom Hayes, and this segment I'm going to call Controlling Conspiracy Conversation. Today I'd like to share with you something I find to be a very interesting oddity. I'm sure almost all of you have been searching for truth for a while now and are likely familiar with the term conspiracy theory or theorist and how it was created and is being used to mock people trying to expose the truth about the scum of the earth and their corrupt systems of power. We have all seen our share of poorly made arguments and wacky theories to known conspiracy theories that make their way through mainstream and especially alternative media. It's not hard to imagine that if there are 10 theories about a certain conspiracy, then 5 of them were likely made with the purpose of making truthers look like nuts, head them in the wrong direction, or to be used later in debunking the real conspiracy. We may all know that 9/11 was an inside job and that it is impossible for World Trade Center 7 to have fallen due to fire alone. Also, for a building that size to be wired for demolition in less than a day while on fire is absolutely ridiculous. It was planned in advance, period. To me, World Trade Center 7 is the easiest red flag to raise awareness and expose the official story as a fraud. This does not answer any of the questions like who did it, how, and why, and for many conspiracies we may never truly know if we cannot examine the evidence ourselves or if it has been destroyed. Like many of you, I had gotten to a point where I would learn a ton about conspiracies and false flags, yet still be stuck without truly knowing what happened. I could believe the official story or not, and I could believe that another theory is much more likely, but it would be very rare to be able to collect enough evidence about any conspiracy to completely shed belief by replacing it with knowledge. Then I came across Flat Earth. For once, we have a conspiracy that it is impossible to destroy all the evidence. For once, we can actually test for ourselves if we are being lied to, or if what we are being told is true. And like many of you, once you have witnessed something for yourself, it would be very difficult for someone to dismiss it with lies, no matter how many other people believe those lies. I'm sure many of you would agree that this journey has made learning fun and exciting again. What I am presenting today should concern you very much. If you have been doing this a while, you may have noticed some alternative media sources that once had good content that are now pumping out crap, and probably also seen Facebook groups that got overrun by trolls and now are junk. I am curious how this one snuck under the radar, and it worries me a little when I wonder who is the admins of this page, Flat Earth Science and the Bible, and who is sharing this stuff without properly fact-checking. I seriously thought that most of the people who have seen the evidence against the globe would be a little more skeptical of what they believe and share as true. To be completely honest, I shared a very similar post about a year ago. I had just watched A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Moon, Astronauts Gone Wild, and the Apollo moon landings by Marcus Allen. I typed up something about a few of my big beefs with the moon landing, probably the impossibly amazing photography without using a viewfinder or bracketing, the admission from NASA recently that we need to figure out how to go through the Van Allen radiation belts safely, and the incredible 1960s batteries that can run ACs or heaters for 3 days in an environment that supposedly can range between negative 243 degrees Fahrenheit and positive 253 degrees Fahrenheit. Within a short period of time, a friend had pointed out my error about the picture. I made the correction notice, but I'm wondering, why is this not being done on this site? And this page, Flat Earth Science and the Bible, has 21,000 likes, but I'm wondering, why did this post get so much attention? Did somebody pay to promote it? Within 30 minutes of that post, the error was pointed out, and many times following, so why has it not been corrected? Are the admins on vacation or sleeping? Is this purposeful, that moon landing deniers can be mocked later, or to make Flat Earth and the Bible connection as if that is our science book? Are the people sharing it not paying attention? Why would they share it and not like it? Are these numbers real? This post is getting far more attention than any of the other posts on this page. Most of the other posts might have a few hundred likes, maybe a few hundred shares. But this one, I mean, just over last night, it was 1,700 likes and 4,900 shares, already up to 2,100 likes and 5,500 shares. I am wondering, are some of these fake profiles that are sharing this with the purpose of discrediting this movement? One final note about the moon boot picture. I noticed when editing that this has Mark Sargent's logo on it, but I'm not sure if he has a video that uses this as evidence, or if it exposes the error with that. So if anybody knows, please comment. Thank you. I'm not sure what's going on with this page yet. I'm asking questions, calling out a warning, and asking for your input. I agreed with much of the content this page has shared in the past, but now this has really destroyed my trust in them, and perhaps even in those who share that post without correcting themselves once they become aware of this error. I don't know if this is a takeover by trolls, a long-term controlled opposition scam, or just a really dumb mistake. We should all be very careful about what information we share and stand by. If we make a mistake, be quick to correct and learn from it. If what we stand by is true, we don't need lies for our arguments. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but this is like we're all having a party. Some people brought punch. They get people to drink and share this punch, and they drop a big crap in the punch. Are you going to let your friends drink crap punch? I don't think so. Please let me know what you think. Have you seen other anomalies like this? How would you correct this if you were the admins of this page? Why does stupid stuff like this get attention instead of really good articles? On a side note, many of you have seen the No Forests on Flat Earth video. You may want to also check out Mud Fossil's work on giant bones, and I found it interesting that Jesse Spots points out, the last he checked, our conversation had the astrophysicists and NASA cornered. So why are we taking the fight to geologists? But to be honest, most people I've seen comment or share have found the No Forest video very interesting, but do not claim it to be completely true or to be used as evidence for flat Earth. Personally, I see it as very interesting, both the possibility of giant forests and giants, but don't feel very compelled to research or promote that at this time. I know other people will be called to dive deeper into that subject, and I look forward to seeing their work in the future. We don't all have to be on the same page, but it would help if we spent a little less time fighting each other and continue to work on building some absolutes that nearly all of us can agree upon. The evidence we are bringing forward destroys the globe model and the heliocentric model. Whether it proves a flat circle, flat square, or cell Earth, I don't know, but if we don't join together on at least this, we may never be allowed to explore Antarctica and find some of the answers we are looking for. I hope you found this information helpful and thought-provoking. I look forward to seeing some of your thoughts on what I presented here. Thanks in advance for liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing if you feel compelled to do so. Have a great day, guys.